Welcome to the Instagram Stories for Friday, January 19th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill, and this is the weekend edition of the Instagram Stories. We are going to get into some Instagram news, and then we're going to let the CEO of Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, take over the show and talk about some AI things. I think you're going to like it. Let's get into the Instagram news first. Instagram has added a new feature to allow users to create custom stickers from still image posts. Here's how this works. You can cut out elements of a still image post, which you can then reuse as stickers in your own stories and reels. I will include links to screenshots in the show notes so you can check it out. But basically, Instagram has a new Create a Cutout sticker that's available within the three dots menu on any public posted still image post. When you activate it, Instagram's system will identify the focus entity in the image, which you can then save as a separate sticker, which you can use in stories and reels. This is similar to the image cutout option that Meta added recently to WhatsApp. I will say that as someone who is not an iPhone user, every time I see an iPhone user tap and hold on something inside an image and then copy it and paste it into somewhere else, I am very jealous. To my knowledge, Google or Android does not have any feature like that. So it's nice that you can do this within Instagram. In other Instagram news, in their desire to keep young people safe on the platform, Instagram has announced new nighttime nudges, which will prompt users to turn their phone off when they're using it late at night. Here's the quote from Instagram. "Sleep is important, particularly for young people, so we're launching new nighttime nudges that will show up when teens have spent more than 10 minutes on Instagram in places like Reels or direct messages late at night. They'll remind teens that it's late and encourage them to close the app." I want to pause and say that as someone who often has trouble sleeping, and when I do grab my phone, I don't watch videos because I think that's a really terrible idea, but I do go on Reddit. So it would be really nice if Reddit had this, so that this way I would stop scrolling in the middle of the night when I can't sleep. And the last piece of Instagram news we're going to talk about has to do with HDR. If you're not familiar, this refers to high dynamic range, either photos or videos. This is when your smartphone shows the true to life color and contrast on photos and videos, which is made possible by HDR, high dynamic range. I'm bringing this up because although HDR videos have been supported on Instagram for a while, Samsung, at their new event where they announced the Galaxy S24, announced HDR photos for Instagram for Samsung Galaxy S24 phones only. Here's the quote from Samsung's Vice President of Intelligent Imaging, quote, "Every photo and video you take or view will be shown in its full range of color and contrast, from the moment you snap the content to the moment you post. In fact, the Galaxy S24 series will be the first ever to have HDR enabled for photos on Instagram," end quote. I will link to this article in the show notes so you can check it out. I like this key differentiating feature from the Samsung team, although as a Google Pixel user, I'm feeling a little bit left out. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, the head of Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, is going to talk all about AI, so stick around. And we're back. Lately, the CEO of Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, has been talking a lot about AI, not only where the current state of AI is, but also where he sees it going in the very near future and how we're going to get there. Here's a clip of him talking about that.
Hey everyone. Today I'm bringing Meta's two AI research efforts closer together to support our long-term goals of building general intelligence, open sourcing it responsibly, and making it available and useful to everyone in all of our daily lives. It's become clearer that the next generation of services requires building full general intelligence. Building the best AI assistants, AIs for creators, AIs for businesses, and more, that needs advances in every area of AI, from reasoning to planning to coding to memory and other cognitive abilities. This technology is so important, and the opportunities are so great that we should open source and make it as widely available as we responsibly can so that way everyone can benefit. And we're building an absolutely massive amount of infrastructure to support this. By the end of this year, we're going to have around 350,000 NVIDIA H100s, or around 600,000 H100 equivalents of compute if you include other GPUs. We're currently training Llama 3, and we've got an exciting roadmap of of future models that we're going to keep training responsibly and safely to. People are also going to need new devices for AI, and this brings together AI and the metaverse. Because over time, I think a lot of us are going to talk to AIs frequently throughout the day. And I think a lot of us are going to do that using glasses, because glasses are the ideal form factor for letting an AI see what you see and hear what you hear, so it's always available to help out. Ray-Ban Meta glasses with Meta AI are already off to a very strong start, and overall across all this stuff, we are just getting started.
Sorry about the not great audio quality there. It looks like from the video, Mark Zuckerberg recorded that inside his closet. I will say that of all the things he talked about, I don't necessarily think that smart glasses are the immediate step to AI on a daily interactive kind of basis. As someone who does not really like wearing glasses, and I'm very happy to wear contacts, I don't necessarily want to spend all day wearing a pair of glasses. Sunglasses when I'm outside? Yes, absolutely. Glasses most of the time that I'm awake to have access to AI? Not necessarily. Looking forward to seeing when there are contact lens AI solutions that I can use instead. That is going to do it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. And by the way, I want to thank every person who has reached out to me so that we can connect, talk about different things, get on a Google Meet or a Zoom, interact. We can call it networking or not call it networking. If you haven't done that yet, but you still want to, please send me a DM. I would really love to chat. As always, thanks for listening to the show.
Instagram news got you covered, sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of the wave, without a break or a pit stop. Still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and you gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's a type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you got some good content or you want to run ads, at Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.